Falling in Reverse just released their new album, Popular Monster, and they're kicking off their big summer headlining tour as well. And one of the bands that will be supporting them is none other than Black Veil Brides. Now, this band also has new music out. They recently released their Bleeders EP. Definitely check that out as well. And as we've seen in the past, sometimes when a band is on a tour with Falling in Reverse, some of their fans really don't like Ronnie Radke. They don't like the things he says online. And then some of them will actually expect their favorite band to drop off the tour, which obviously is a significant financial loss for any band touring at this level. So for Andy, there are a number of fans questioning Black Veil Bride's decision to be on this tour, and he is responding to this directly. And he issued a lengthy response. He's very specific, and I think what some people don't realize is that Andy and Ronnie are longtime friends, something like 17 years. So he had some very interesting things to say. He says that they're being treated very well, better than usual on this tour. And he was also especially complimentary of Falling in Reverse fans, who he says have been very accepting. They've been listening to the band. They've been excited to hear it when in the past they have not necessarily played in front of the friendliest crowd. So this is what Andy had to say in response to people questioning him for playing on this tour with Falling in Reverse. Black Veil Bride singer Andy Biersack is responding to criticism on social media for his decision to tour with Falling in Reverse and their controversial frontman Ronnie Radke, in a similar way that other bands in the past have also faced backlash with their fans. But Biersack is addressing it directly. Black Veil Brides released their new EP, Bleeders, on June 21st, and the music video for the title track has racked up an impressive 5.7 million views in just 3 months. And as for the tour, the Popular Monster 2 World Domination. The tour just kicked off recently in Idaho, just days after Falling in Reverse released their new album, Popular Monster, which debuted at number 2 on the Spotify top album charts. Andy responded to a fan questioning him about his decision to tour with Falling in Reverse. And Andy says, so far they've been getting treated better than they normally do. He wrote on X, "We have and will continue to tour with a lot of different artists. I'll say this, though, even though it likely won't land because I imagine you have a presupposition here, but thus far we have been treated with a level of kindness and enthusiasm on this tour that we aren't accustomed to. In fact, for 3 Legs of Trinity, we were fairly universally loathed by the other band's fans, either passively or in many cases overtly, whereas last night, the people in attendance who maybe didn't know much about Black Veil Brides gave us a chance and seemed to really have fun at a show rather than lead on the scene-oriented BVB sucks hate. Ronnie Radke went out of his way to show kindness to us, which is, again, something that is uncommon for us to experience on non-headlining runs historically. You needn't come to a show if it's not for you, and that's entirely at your discretion. But to attempt to grandstand on moral grounds to me, who is a member of a band called the most hated band in the universe, as if anything I believe changes by virtue of us being afforded the opportunity to play our music for more people who seem to actually enjoy it and hopefully share our message and entertain them, is an extremely myopic and, in my opinion, unfair position to take." And then Ronnie Radke responded, pointing out him and Andy have been friends for over 17 years. He said, "Here's me and Andy, 17 effing years ago. You think by now, if I was a bigoted piece of shit, he wouldn't have gotten on a song with me, been in a video with me, and done multiple tours with me. I know his family. Andy is very well-spoken and extremely intelligent person with great discernment in people that has gotten enough shit in his career. You are too young to realize what you are saying, child. Sit down and shut the F up." So you can tell there that Andy and Ronnie, they're longtime friends, and it sounds like he's actually having a lot of fun on this tour. And I think what he said is perfectly fair. If you don't want to see them on this run, just don't go. But expecting Black Veil Brides or Andy to drop off of this tour and not be able to make a living when there aren't that many huge rock tours going at any given time is, it doesn't make a lot of sense. And he knows him personally, as opposed to someone who's just kind of evaluating what Ronnie is saying on social media and basing their opinion on him based on that. So essentially it comes down to, you can go see the tour if you want. If not, hey, that's okay too. And Black Veil Brides, I'm sure they'll do other tours as well. And of course, if you want to see this Falling in Reverse tour, and I'm sure a lot of you do, the dates are up on your screen. The tour, again, just getting started, kicked off just a few days ago, and it has been looking crazy. So definitely check out a show coming to a city near you. That is your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates.